Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. This is a love reading for November 24th through December 1st. For those of you watching this channel, for the majority of you watching this channel, let's say for those of you who've not yet talked to your person, because those are the ones who need help and they need hope and help. Try to stay grateful, and it's going to attract your person a lot faster. Stay grateful for everything. Be walking around. I'm shuffling, that's why I'm like jiggling around and you're hearing the sound. I'm going to use the Tarot Mucha deck. It looks like that. Actually, there's the top. Be grateful. Be grateful all the time. It's your biggest power tool. Men have drills. We have our manifestation abilities through gratitude. No, we all have it, both of them, but so whenever you're just out and about, I don't care if you're like driving somewhere or you're walking down to go deposit a check at the bank, or like you're going to go grocery shopping, anywhere where you let your mind just kind of travel, and you might even go toward, just mindlessly, or like just being on autopilot, thinking about all your problems and sorting things out, all that kind of stuff. Don't waste your time. Things will work out a lot better if you focus your attention on that which you're grateful for. So that would be something to the effect of, I love walking around in a grocery store and seeing the plethora of things and options available. I love talking to a friend on the phone in my car, as you know, on speakerphone. On speakerphone, of course. I love, or Bluetooth. I love the way that, the way that I connect with people in my readings. I love the different stories I get to hear. I love, and just like one thing after another, think about all those things that you love, because it puts out a vibration of attracting more to be grateful for. So, and if you can get in the habit of doing that, you're going to see a very fast change to your circumstances for the positive, if you're not already doing that a lot. I do it all the time. So it's a really good practice to be in, and a good reminder this Thanksgiving week. Also, guess what else is happening this week, you guys? That radio show on TuneIn Radio that I'm going to be on starts November 25th, and it goes for, I think, 10 weeks, every Monday at 1:30 Mountain Time. So if you guys want to listen live, I'm going to be putting out some links in a different video that's going to announce, okay, here it comes. So just go down to the links. There's like going to be 2 different links, and I'm going to get interviewed by Elvis and he's going to be asking me all these questions about what I do, and I'm going to do like a little half an hour talk every week. So it would be great if you could tune in if you feel like it, if you feel like listening live, although that makes me nervous to think you're going to be listening live. It's like, that might be really fun though, And then once they're recorded, they're going to be sent to me so I can upload those talks also here on YouTube. So, awesome, exciting things happening. Okay, and I'm going to be, Chariot. Some of us are really going to be, a lot of you watching this that are attracted to my channel are going to have incredible things happening. This is the Chariot. It means, I just heard boldly go forth to where no man has gone before. No man has dared to go before. So it's like you're going to be having a lot of different opportunities and options coming up, both in career and love. And I've been saying that forever, but it's just true. So that's exciting. All right. Hello. Somebody's come to some clarity. Somebody's come to some serious clarity, and they're about to apologize and offer their love. Some kind of a heartfelt gesture, a romantic gesture. And look at how he's going to feel when he does it, or she. It's like, wow. That's some incredible energy right there, right? It's like, I know my truth, and I'm going to fight for my truth. I'm taking out my sword, and I'm going to. And then this little guy's like, yes. I feel, you know how you feel like a teenager in love? You just feel like all giddy and excited and like, oh, and nervous and scared and all that stuff. Well, he's really proud of himself because he felt like that teenager. And then he did it. He like spoke, maybe he spoke his truth, or he knows he's going to speak his truth and feel this way afterwards. Either way, someone is speaking their truth from a place of great clarity and love and exuberance. Wow, what a great start. Okay, so let's see what else we got going here. That is so cute. And he's standing in an ocean, and an ocean represents like intense emotions. Look at the waves are crashing too. He's been holding this inside for a while, and he's like so proud of himself for finally letting the truth out. I saw the high priest, or not the high priestess. Oh, well, the high priestess jumps in for a reason. He's been listening to his intuition, and he or she has been listening to his intuition. And I had seen the moon. So I think that he also is going to be inviting you out for dinner. Inviting you for dinner. Okay, so let's go. Let's roll with this. Where is the divine masculine at this time? Oh, the Chariot. He's wanting to balance things out. And he's also like, she's my golden opportunity. I know it's going to happen. It's not like I have to rush into anything. Look at him. But he's also like quite determined. He's paused because he's trusting it. He's knowing, he's observing. He's been watching, like maybe he's aware that you have other offers, maybe he's aware, he's just watching, kind of like, what is she going to do? What is she going to do before he makes a move? But he's got this in his back pocket, like he's ready to roll. But whatever this is, it's like this guy is so determined, like he will make it happen. He is totally unstoppable. For a minute, I thought this was the Justice card. I was going to say that he wants justice, and I think that the Justice card is actually implied here. What is he doing? Yeah, he's like, it kind of feels like he's making people pay. People who betrayed him or hurt him or have it feels like, get behind me, Satan. I think he's fighting off other people's opinions, and he's having faith in this connection. And he's like, you guys, if you're not with me, get behind me or get out of my life, because you better get out of my way. This is actually the Hierophant card, though, you guys. The Hierophant card is marriage, commitment, tradition. He's going forward unstoppably to speak his truth, feel proud of himself, and drive this thing forward. What? That's awesome. Oh, the star. He could be a star. He could be either like literally a celebrity, or he could be somebody who just has a very, very bright future and is accelerating his career and becoming a master and becoming incredible. And he knows he can provide a very bright future for the two of you. He knows he's magic. Look at him. He's like, these cards aren't like feminine or masculine. It's more of the personalities of these cards. So this isn't a woman, although he could have feminine energy. So, which would be like a Taurus or something like that. But he's like magic. He's magic. And he knows that they have a very bright future together. He has a lot of faith in that connection with that faith card. And he just knows that he's got to balance things out through communication. So the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a romantic. And look at how insecure he looks. So it's like he is about to make that step, and he knows he's going to feel incredible when he does it. He knows he's starting a new adventure. This is like a brand new adventure, but look at him. He's just like totally extended, like, oh, how's she going to take this? How's she going to react to me when I show up with my heart on my sleeve? Because again, this guy's the romantic, and he's just like, you know, he's just got these inspired ideas, but he's like, is she going to think I'm crazy? Like when I bring these ideas to her, is she going to question my sanity? Or is she going to buy it? Are we really going to be on the same page? Because either if you guys have known each other before, he may have changed a lot, or he may be, you know, in new shoes. Like he may be feel like a teenager all over again, because he's kind of reinvented himself in a way, like he's been born again. And so he's not sure whether, if you guys have known each other before, he's not sure if you'll be cool with how he is now, even though he knows he's like come closer to you that way. It's like, if you know, maybe you're intuitive, and so he's been trying to be super intuitive and stuff like that. But he's just unsure, like it's almost like if you guys haven't met also, it doesn't even matter, because when he shows up, he's just uncertain as to how you're going to take him now. And it makes him feel like a little teenager. And maybe you guys haven't met each other. And if you haven't met each other, he's just like, is she really gonna like me? Who I really am? And I know a masculine who's been talking to his feminine for a long time. Even through the separation period, they've been talking and stuff. But he's still like, he's pretty worried. He's told her, I'm pretty worried about coming forth to you. It's like, what if you find fault with me? Or what if I'm not what you think I am, or whatever? And it's just like, these kind of things are divinely guided, you guys. There's no need to worry about that, because you guys are really drawn to each other. And even something that would have been, when you're with the wrong person and they chew food, it's like so annoying. But when you're with that other person, you find it cute, endearing, or adorable. Or sometimes you feel that way with a karmic at first, but then once you get to know them better and you see what a awful person they are, it starts like revealing itself. You're like, ugh, I can't stand that. But anyway, this true love counterpart, they're not going anywhere. They're solid. And you guys know that it's a different experience. And he admits it too, that one I'm talking about. He says, like, there's something really magical about us. There is something very unique about this connection I've never experienced before. That's when you know also that it's true love. All right. He really sees her as this empress. He really feels like this is abundance. This is just sitting there and just living the life of Riley. The Empress is just so abundant, and she's totally in that receptive Thanksgiving space of like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've won the lottery in every area of my life. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I have the most incredible man, you know, and be like milking that energy. That's the Empress. She's so grateful and she's so relaxed. Does she look worried as to whether he's coming? She knows he's coming. She just knows, and she's just really relaxed, and she's just chill, and she's like, I am enjoying my life. I love my life. And he'll show up when he shows up. You know, she's not waiting, and she's not like tapping her, you know, like, you know, none of that. None of that. So he just wants to, the Justice card came out anyway, even though we were talking about some of that in the Hierophant. So there's really, he feels, you know, if he got rid of a karmic, he's standing guard over you guys, and he's just like, don't even try. Look at that look on her face. She's very serious. She's like not letting that karmic person in. And also this could be the feminines are making the right decision. You know, when it comes to choosing the right suitor, she's just standing there going, you're not getting past this gate. Don't even think about it. You know, but we are looking at the masculine, how he's feeling bad as feminine. Also, maybe he knows that she's going to do that she's going to stand up for him. But this does feel to me like he's standing guard. causing, because I felt like he was making some people pay back here, remember? I think maybe he got betrayed by the karmic or friends or something, but he's like gonna make them like kiss his feet. Like when he achieves all of this, he's gonna be like, you better come apologizing. Because I made it happen despite your skepticism or despite whatever you were trying to, whatever. I feel like some of the karmics were even trying to throw a kink in this masculine's plans. Yeah, it's like Cinderella. It's exactly like Cinderella. It's like at the end when they get revenge on everybody. These guys are going to look at this. That's him and that's her, and they team up together, and they rectify. They rectify every wrong. Anyone who tried to stand in their way, anyone who tried to get between them, anyone who tried to like lie or deceive or sabotage or any of that, they're being exalted by the heavens, and they are like this power couple, and they're like standing, they're what do they call it, taking numbers. So he's laying a burden down and stepping into his power, you guys. Any kind of burden, any kind of obstacle, any of that, like I feel like he's like scrambling around, picking up sticks, and all those sticks represent everything, every obstacle that was in their way. When you walk along, it's like a lawnmower. When you're mowing the lawn, you got to go gather up all the sticks and get rid of them. It's like that. He's like going around gathering up all the sticks, and so that he can lay them down. Maybe some of those sticks he really cared about, like look at the look on her face. She kind of almost feels sad taking some of those sticks away, but she knows that we're no longer serving her anymore. So she's like, even though I once felt passionate about those things, I'm setting them down because they're a burden to me and my new love. So I have all these gifts to come. Flowers are like gifts. I have all these gifts to come, and my past is but a memory. You see that tree? You don't really see it real clearly. It's just kind of like a cartoon. It's like in the faded distance. So yeah, this person's like reinvented themselves somehow through an awakening and through their love for you. And they're laying down all the burdens, all the obstacles, anything that's standing in your way, you guys. And it's a 10. That means it's completed. It's being completed now. They're done with all of that. No more excuses. And the Emperor is all about him being all four kings. So this is mastery in all those different areas. Mastery over thought, mastery over his heart, mastery over his intuition, mastery over his feelings, emotions, clarity. He's got clarity now. He's got passion. He's got what else? Feelings, money, materialistic stuff. He's like feeling on top of his game. In other words, he's feeling totally in his power and like he can do anything. And he can. And this guy also takes the lead. He takes control of the situation and drives it forward. He gets in that chariot and goes. The chariot is also a road trip or any kind of trip, but it's charging forward. This guy takes charge. He's the Emperor, and he jumps in there and like takes over. He's like, you know what? We're going to get her done. We're going to get this thing balanced out. I'm going to offer, I have total clarity about this person who has my heart, and I'm going to go communicate that clarity to that person, even though I feel like a little boy. And he essentially wants marriage. He's going to try to drive this chariot into marriage. I just felt like actually like somebody being picked up at their house or where they live. They're getting picked up like in a horse-drawn carriage and taken to the church. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, they've gone away from a toxic situation. They've dived into mysticism. They've dived into their intuitive knowingness about who their true love is. And they're going with somebody. They're going they're going to someone they feel is an equal. They see eye to eye with each other. They really get each other. And they're going to team up, and they're maybe even going to do some humanitarian projects to help something or someone, help people. I feel like they're also going to have they're going to feel like this relationship is finally like an equal give and take reciprocation on both sides. It feels very balanced. It feels powerful. It feels like people are going to look at these guys and look at them again. Like, look at, they're separate. They're in their power separately. They're a total power couple. You can only be a power couple when two people can come together completely, or, you know, as whole and healed. You know, there's a certain level of whole and healed. You're not going to be like a perfect person when you come together with this person. That's not what I'm saying. But when you've reached a certain level of maturity and awakening, let's just say that, when you have an open mind, when you're ready to work with somebody as a team, when you've got a certain level of maturity, then you get this balanced partner that comes in for you. And they just, you know, get their confidence on, and they move on from anything that was kind of toxic and holding them back. Even if they loved them, it didn't matter. They had a passionate new calling for them that they knew was more authentic for them, that they knew was more equal to them. And they've like walked through. They would, oh yeah, that one song. I would walk 5,000. Is it 10,000 miles? How many miles is it? It's a lot of miles. I would walk a lot of miles. I would walk a lot more. So whatever. Yeah, I would just totally feel I'm totally red. Yeah, I mean, it's playing, but the words aren't coming for whatever. Mercury retrograde, damn it. Oh yeah, this video is coming out after Mercury retrograde, I think. No, Mercury retrograde lasts forever anyway. This is like, it's like, it just kind of feels very fulfilling. It feels like, wow, I finally have a partner, a real partnership. Like, it feels really good. You know, there's not a lot of conflict. There's some conflict, but not like pretty easy to work out stuff. Like, we really resonate. We really resonate with each other, and it feels really, it's very exciting. I just saw both people like I just felt both of you going, oh my God, I love this person so much. Like, they're just like melting about each other. It's so cute. Like, behind closed doors. You know what it was like? It's like the, passion. That's the passion card that just fell out. So much passion. It reminds me of this movie where, who's that actress? Like, people don't like her. They say that she's like too perfect or something. She's hated for being too perfect. I want to get to know her. I want to find out if she seems sweet to me. Anyway, she's in this movie. Oh, that one where she was like a news person, and this guy came on, and it was like something about the truth. And I don't know. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody's name, but I watch these movies all the time, and I just can't keep track of who they are. But basically, there's this point where she like does this little dance, like totally excited, and then she's seen. She's like, oh shit! Like, he just saw me do that. Oh, because he opens the door back up. She goes to leave, and she's like, all doing this dance, and then he opens the door back up to tell her something, and she's like, oh. Or like in 50 Blind Dates. Is it 50? Yeah, something like that. At 50 Blind Dates with Drew Barrymore also, where like they were doing a little dance in their cars before they were pulling away because there was like a vehicle between them and they couldn't see each other, and the vehicle pulled away. I totally feel like you guys are going to be doing that. All right, so what kind of energy is she in right now? Let's check her out. Do a little spying for the masculines. All right. So the divine feminines that are having this incredible love come in for them, who have all this clarity. Oh, wow, they're ready. They're ready for commitment. They know this, that their masculine is an absolute gift from God, and they anticipate they're going to be handed like an incredible opportunity with this masculine too. And they're ready. They're ready to take it. They're ready to roll. They're like, they know that it's been given to them by God. Maybe they've had dreams. Maybe they've known about it for a while. You know, she may have even like reached out to him at some point, or maybe many times, who knows, but she's known, and she's tried to lay hints. It's like, I talk to these feminines and they're like, should I tell him he's my twin flame or that he's my true love? And I'm like, no. No. No, not until you guys know each other better. Not until then. When you guys are friendly, reciprocating feelings for each other, yeah, if it feels right. But you'll scare the crap out of them if you get like that too quick. I mean, you know, if the masculines say that to the feminines, totally cool. The feminines get that stuff, you know, but masculines, they're like that little page of wands who's like, she feels called to this by God. Look at that. She's like, I will do as you say. I will be with him. I feel called to him. It's kind of like, I feel, I know this isn't like this exact scenario, but what I'm getting is that this guy right here is one of her suitors that comes back from the past. He's like, please be with me, please. And she's like looking up at the angels going, what do I do? You know? And she also knows, she's going to listen to her intuition choosing this person, but she's also like, she sees her masculine up there smiling. You know, he's confident. He's like, she's coming with me. And so she's not even paying attention to that one that's begging. She's going with the one that she's being called to, who's somewhat of an angel himself, who's in his power and shining. And she's keeping her sight set on him. This is the 10. Okay, 10 of Swords. With all the different decks, the images are so different. The 10 of Swords means like at the end of a difficult period. You know, I feel like that guy on the ground is like her demons. She slayed her demons for a while now. Look how many there are everywhere, right? They're scattered everywhere. She has come up across these demons of self-doubt. She's come across these demons of insecurity, abandonment. Why is he ghosting me? How could he possibly have feelings for me if he's not speaking to me? Why didn't he say anything back? You know, why was I left bleeding in so many different ways, you know? And sometimes she's doubted like whether he was even kind. She's like, man, he's just driven those swords right in my back, not even caring, you know? Sometimes she's been left for dead, hospitalized, or gone through whatever hell she went through. And it seemed like he even did it to her because he never came to get the swords out of her back. He just left her dying and bleeding. So a lot of these feminines who were really doubting this connection with this masculine for quite a while and went through all of this growth, overcoming all the resentment and upset, if there was any, you know, I feel like a lot of you like, yeah, like there wasn't. But, you know, I mean, some situations are harder than others, or some of you have had more things happen between you guys. But it's the end of that period. It's the end of the period of doubt. It's the end of the period of her being too much in her head, thinking and worrying about it and overanalyzing it. And it's the end of her looking at him as the bad guy. She's not being a victim anymore. She's getting over this because because this is a gift from God and she knows it, and she's starting to see. This reminds me of my exercise that I do. It's thank you, God, for my misery. Thank you, God, for my misery. Thank you, God, for my misery. It's like seeing the advantages and benefits as to how much she grew from this pain and how essential it was and how important it was and how it was actually quite the opportunity. And both of them have evolved through time, just knowing of each other or knowing each other. And she's felt really called. She's had an awakening. She's woken up to getting past dualistic thinking and shoulds and should nots and that codependent energy that I talk about, where you're heavily relying on the other person to do the perfect thing for you to feel okay. She's like rising or has risen above any of that. She realizes everything is divinely guided and orchestrated, and she's gotten over really making herself struggle through being a victim, acting like a victim. And she's like, I get it now. I get why all of this happened. Because he's coming forward with his truth. He's finally communicating with her, and he's going to tell her all that's gone on, or at least, get the ball rolling forward. So she's going to be like, I get it now. Makes so much sense. And I knew to have faith all along. I made some major judgment calls all along the way with faith that this was going to work out, that this was actually going to be real and actually like manifest in the real. Like, see how that's kind of like, am I really seeing that? Like that guy is like, is that really what? But it's coming into the physical. It's the end. This is something coming in the physical. It's a commitment. And it's going to arrive and be the end of that difficult time. It's going to really reassure her, oh my gosh. This is an offer from the heart, an offer of love from the heart that stems from loving yourself. She loved herself when it brought this commitment in. She decided to call on peace. She maybe even called to that angel, like, angels, help me find peace with this situation. Maybe she was praying really hard to these angels, being like, please, like she was the one on her knees. Please, angels, please bring that offer in. I know he's a gift from God. Just bring in the offer, bring in something tangible, something real. And here he comes with his heart on his sleeve, And it's because she found that peace within. And I just heard her prayers are being answered, and she knows it. She can feel it. The doubt is minimized. She's surrendered. This is also about surrender. She's surrendered. She knows it's going to happen. It's like the key to the law of attraction is to not worry about whether something's going to happen, and you can do that from time to time. It's very natural and normal and human to worry and doubt and all that. You might wane a little bit, but overall, she knows. She just knows. She knows this is going to happen. Again, with the self-love, she's gone inside and reflected, looking for that light to lead her through. And the light was peace and loving herself, nurturing herself, taking a pause to really listen to her intuition and really go deep with this. Is it truly the wisest decision for me? Is it the best thing for me? Am I the best thing for me right now? Am I being as supportive as I can be for myself? When she did this, when she really went deep inside, she stopped trying to control her circumstances. She stopped trying to reach out or make something happen or force anything to happen. And she just surrendered and went inside. And she just like, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And she found that little light within herself, and she's just like, I am worthy. I'm worthy of this kind of love. I'm worthy of this kind of offer. And these beautiful cards, right? She's worthy of that, and she knows that now. She's woken up to that fact. She looked for that opportunity to break past the worries and the fears and the sadness and the regret. She was been looking out. She was very worried and causing herself a lot of pain, looking at the horizon, constantly pacing back and forth like, when's he coming? Feeling all this sadness and regret. Maybe I shouldn't have said that to him. Maybe it shouldn't have gone the way that it did. maybe this should have gone different, maybe that. And then here she was like totally bound by all of the worry and just staring off at the in the horizon for this person to come. She was completely heartbroken, and she was, just kind of trying to stick to work, trying to distract herself with work from this heartache. And now she knows it's time to reap that harvest and heal her heart and have reconciliation with him. She's going to be like, you hurt me. You hurt my heart. Now we got to fix it. And look at more magic. Look at that heart isn't touching her hand. It's floating. This kind of makes me think of, how people can use magic for bad things. It's like she's always used it for good, even though she knows she could have used it for bad. She's, how you just know somebody's angry because they're actually heartbroken, and it's not that they're like a mean, nasty person, but it's because they're quite sad. It's like she's like, meh. Look at the tears. I could hurt you back, but I'm not going to. And she just kind of holds her space. She's just like, go ahead and approach and tell me, but meh. And, and she knows now, after all this hard work, she's like it's like she's gathering up all these coins to go spend them. She's like, yeah, I think I'll take these for, and start, like, I feel like even reinvesting in herself. Like she's coming up with some kind of other opportunities that she's distracting herself with, that are going to be very beneficial opportunities that are going to be opening some things up for her. Maybe she's starting her own business, or she's going to the next level in what she's doing, or she's just like trying to like put it out of her mind and stick to the task at hand, stick to her divine purpose. And that's exactly where you want to be, you guys. That's exactly, if you're a divine feminine, that's exactly the sweet spot. So she might be also dealing with people telling her she shouldn't be with him. What are you thinking? That wouldn't work. She's also taken a good look at her own self-sabotage, emotional eating, or just have her own bad habits, or her own being upset with him and letting that get in the way of their connection, even emotionally or in the 5D or whatever. That stuff, that having any kind of ill feelings towards someone that you love like this is going to really fuck you up. This is why it's a spiritual journey. It's about your spiritual growth. You have to have the right perspective. You've got to be able to be self-aware enough to see what you're doing to sabotage yourself. But this is also fighting off other people's opinions. And maybe I feel like some of their friends and family saying, you should go with this charming guy over here. You should go. He's never hurt you. He's never shunned you. And he's offering this gift. But look at this guy. He's kind of like, he looks a little confident and smug, doesn't he? Well, how could you not take my coin? I mean, this is a pretty big coin. She's going to take it. I just know she's going to take it. That cocky guy. And her friends are like, yeah, but he's showing up and he really values you for who you are. He really knows who you are because he's here. And he wants to marry you right away. And he's got all this money. And he's got like all of, and he's not that other guy who is acting like this and that. Yeah. So they're like fighting. And this actually could be all these other suitors too. All these guys, look at how they're like in the middle of it, right? They're just in the middle of it. And all of them have wands. That's passion. So they're all like trying to cock block each other. They're all like in a big old mess trying to like fight each other off. So there's all this competition. And one of them sitting there going, just kind of like waiting it out. It's right here. I got it right here. So maybe she's trying to figure out, like cut through her self-sabotage to try to figure out which is the offer she wants to take. Somebody's standing there with that coin pretty confident. Yeah, she's got tons of offers. And some of them are illusory. we could say, like, she's trying to see, like, that's the coin that she wants to take because it's glowing. But she's like looking at all these other options, and she's really, she's flourishing. She's independent. She's strong. She's got it all. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like wanting to travel. So she could also be thinking of all the different places she wants to travel to. She may be working with birds. She doesn't look at that. She's not too worried about, she's spending money freely. Look at the money. She's like, it's just $100 here, $100 there. Like, she's not worried about money. She's not worried about money. And she may be talking to ravens, or maybe she has a connection with ravens or eagles, or some kind of like prey bird of prey. But she's really relaxed and enjoying herself. She's enjoying her life tremendously and looking at all of her options. Just checking them out, trying to feel out intuitively which one is the one that's shining bright. Which one is the star? It looks like a North Star, right? Or which star, which guy who's totally in his element is going to be the best suited partner for her long term. She wants to pick the ultimate lover. She wants the person that she can have that passion with. She wants the person that the angels have called her to. She's checking in with the angels all the time. She's like, please make it obvious to me the person who's perfect for me. And let me, if all these offers start coming forward, like, just let me be really discerning, and let me just let the decision be real easy for me. You can pray for anything, you guys. Pray to know the truth in all things, to break through any kind of illusions. Pray for answers to be obvious to you. Pray, this is choosing. This is the Lover's card, and it's choosing the partner that would last the rest of your life with you. It's like your ultimate person. That's what she's focused on right now, you guys. So, all right. I was like so curious as to what that last card was, because usually I'll do like 2 cards in the end, but I wanted to end on the Lovers, but dang. The World card, knowing that anything is possible. Really wanting to choose the best, most spiritually guided connection she can have. She knows that she's ending a chapter of her life as she's known it, and that she's going into a whole new world with this person, a whole new lifestyle, a whole new start. And whatever this is she's going into, she wants it to be something that totally aligns with her deepest sense of authenticity and integrity. And she's searching for it. She's being really, she's not just grabbing anything that's in front of her. She's like really, really looking hard. Really looking hard. Very, very discerning feeling, to find the ultimate lover. This is the love, that they've probably shared a lot of lifetimes with. Many, many lifetimes. So it feels like home. It feels comforting. It feels exciting. It feels exhilarating. It feels very passionate and passionate, yet homey, and yet right. It feels right. And it feels like the universe brought them together. All right, you guys. We're going to go to the extended version. To be able to purchase that, just go to the link below that says extended readings, and then you click the link. It's $11. You get a light language blessing that blesses the union. And also we look at all these oracle cards that give you all this guidance as to how to best navigate this connection coming together. All right, guys, have a beautiful day, and we'll catch you next week. Please report back. Thanks. Bye.